Okay, so the first little video we have this week is on moving averages and calculating moving averages. Now, there's three different moving averages that we can calculate. Sorry, two different types of moving average we can calculate. We can do it manually, or we can use the data analysis tool pack. So basically, and I've done a little bit more than the example. This is the example on page 332, because I've done it for different values of k, and I'm using both manual and the decision analysis tool pack. But this will be useful for the next example where we're kind of comparing error values. By k, I mean the number of values we calculate to calculate the moving average. So k equals 2. We calculate the previous two values. K equals 3, the three previous values, etc. So this is kind of really easy. So our forecast for the third period for a k equals 2 moving average is just the average of the previous two periods. So this is just going to be average. And so it will be B4 to B5. And so our prediction will be the average of 88 and 44, which is 66. And we could just do Control D to drop down to get all these forecasts. So if we look here, we've got 66, 52 is the average of 44 and 60, etc. And each time we don't have to use any dollars because we're just dropping down the previous. Now manual k equals 3 is just going to be the average of the three previous. Now we have to start one lower. We have to start on number 4 to have a 3 previous to make the forecast. So average and 3 previous, and then drop down. And these are our forecasts. And then unsurprisingly, for k equals 4, the 4 previous, and then just select everything and Control D to drop down. And let's just put, I don't know why we've got this wacky font, Arial and Arial 12. Okay. Now, we can now use the data analysis tool pack and we should get the same results. So data analysis tool pack. You can tell I've done the next example, which is exponential smoothing. So moving average. So it's basically, we're not going to worry about labels in the first row. We're just going to select the data here. We're going to do the 2 moving average. And we're going to start basically, the output range always starts 1 after the first value for the decision analysis tool. So even if we can't calculate, it starts 1 after, and I'll show you how that works. So here we start in F5. We see we've got B4 to B20. 1 after is row 5. Got two moving average. We're not going to worry about chart output here, but we could actually do a chart of the outputs. Okay, and now we're going to do, you see we've got an NA because we obviously couldn't calculate the second one because we didn't have 2 previous. So now let's just do it for kind of equals 3. But let's do the chart output this time. Let's just have a little moving average chart, which we'll put at the bottom. So B4 to B20, same as before, interval 3. But this time we're going to go G5, which is the next column. And let's just do the chart output. Here we go. Here's our little moving average chart, which shows us the actual value and the forecast here. And you can see that the forecasts are kind of, it's smoothed a little bit because it removes extremes by calculating the 2 previous values. If we had a 4 moving average, a 5 moving average, you would get even more. Sorry. even more kind of flattened. So let's just keep that here for the moment. We'll just call it 3 moving average. Okay, so the next one we're going to have is, let's just, data analysis, moving average, and this time 4, FG, and then H. Let's just see a second chart. And then you see here with this chart we're even more smooth than we were before. We'll call that 4 moving average. And let's just, okay, we need to home select Arial 12. And let's just do a little chart of all our forecasts together. So let's just do insert, and let's do a line graph. So let's just do it for the manual. And let's just, we've got the units sold, which is we've got the K equals 2, K equals 3, and K equals 4 forecast. So let's select that, insert a line graph. So let's just put this here below our generated graphs. We're going to need a little bit of work. So let's just select our data. And the first, we're going to have our category X labels. This is going to be the week. So we're going to select these. And then we're just going to name the series. We're going to call this actual, which is the actual units sold in B. And then we're going to do the series 2. We'll just call that the 2 moving average, sorry, not the 3. Then edit series 3, that's in row D, 3 moving average. And then unsurprisingly, series 4 is going to be the 4 moving average. Click OK. And this is just going to be moving average forecasts. And let's just insert our axis add chart element. Axis titles primary horizontal is going to be the week. And this is just going to be the number, this was the number of computer tablets. So I'm just going to call this units. And let's just see, do we want, yeah, this one looks quite nice. So select in the chart design, select this one to get the square dots. And there we have it. We have our actual comparison of the moving average forecasts. And also I show you how to do the data analysis, which automatically produces a few of these things. Okay, so that was the moving average. And now in the next one, we're going to use these forecasts and we're going to use them to work out which one gives the best forecast in the next video.